Hi, Kevin. First off, welcome back. It's been
Thanks,
a long
babe.
time in this series.
Yes. Yes, it has.
So Kevin, there are a lot of things that you missed.
Why is it so zesty?
Look, I'm a mom on vacation, okay? Let me be.
No, I sit. Look at me.
Oh, yeah.
I sit like I have a dress on, bro.
Alright, but
Are
Kevin,
you awoken?
but anyway, Kevin,
Yes.
That's why.
me and Doc here, we
I
want to
don't know
teach
what
you the
awoken is.
lore of Destiny before you come back into Destiny. We want to tell
That's what
you
she said.
everything. At
That's what
least,
she said. That's what she said. That's what she said. That's what she said.
He said it! He said it! So, are you ready?
Yes.
Doc, do you want to start us off?
Okay, do we want to start with the enemy types or do we want to start with the actual
Let's
story?
off with the enemy types first then.
Okay. So
Hey, what would
the-
I do?
the-
You just sit here and listen.
yeah, like a little kid in their bed
Yes.
Okay, I'll sit
as
here
we
and
tell a
listen.
bedtime story,
Oh, my bad. I forgot I was supposed to be listening.
Alright, Doc.
So the first main faction are the Fallen. They are essentially space pirates. It's like insectoids in a way. Actually, sort of there's a lot of insectoid. 2 of the 4 factions are like insectoid. But they're from a world. It's called what's the world called, Aaron?
I don't remember.
Riche.
Riche,
So they're from a
yes.
world called Riche. Riche used to actually have the Traveler before humanity did. And that becomes important later because that's the whole reason they are trying to kill us. Is because they are jealous that the Traveler chose us over them and abandoned them. But yeah, they're basically space pirates and scavengers, and I would not be surprised to see Jack Sparrow running at us one day. And then you got the Hive. They are literally insects that worship a pantheon of 3 gods: Oryx, Savathun, and Xivu Arath. Not gonna get into them because like the actual story of Destiny gets into it, especially in Witch Queen. So I'm not gonna get into them too much. They work on a worship system called the Sword Logic, where it's killed or be killed, and then based on the logic that god represents, the more powerful they become. So Oryx is the god of navigation and like exploration, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So he takes his ship and he just goes and explores essentially, and the more he does so, the more powerful he becomes, and the more that his brood worships him, he also becomes more powerful. The same for all the other gods, or the other 2. And then you have Xivu, which is the god of war and like death, I think.
Yeah. Like I was saying,
Essentially,
I was saying
everything that war embodies. So death,
Yeah.
anger, shit like
Gotcha.
that. And then there's Savathun, who is the goddess
of cunning. Is like what I like to call
of cunning, trickery. So is Xivu. Xivu, I mentioned. Okay, the lore of the Hive is so intense. Like it's insane. Okay, they were all women, and then Oryx transitioned.
Ooh. Oh.
Yeah.
Not in the sense of like, like how we talk about transition. Think of like a toad. I forget what toad species can do it, but like they
What is that even
can.
supposed to mean?
So there are certain species of animals that can like change their gender based on a multiple plethora of factors.
Seahorse.
Hello, Tall. No, Well, maybe. Also, I was going to.
Me.
Well, you ever watch Jurassic Park, right?
Fuck.
Or
That shit looks so boring.
in the movie, or in one of the movies, the dinosaurs, because they have this certain toad DNA, start changing their gender and start breeding. Kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Because they all start out as female, but because of the situation they're in, they swap over. That's kind of what happened with Oryx.
But
I could be
the rest of them are
wrong.
still female, right?
Right.
Nice.
So yeah. And then they worship the darkness, which is the primary threat of Destiny. And that's where they get their power from. They get their power from a place called the Deep. They don't know exactly what it is, but they just kind of reach into it and talk to it, and it talks back, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
What a bitch, bro. I'd smack somebody if they talk back to me.
They are probably the biggest threat aside from the Vex, because they actually can drain the light out of Guardians and the Traveler.
Yeah.
And they eat it, essentially.
Wait, we haven't seen a bigger
Well, I wouldn't say they eat it, but there's definitely one bigger threat.
Yeah.
In the form
and you're sitting right across from him.
No,
it's
I'm gonna name drop them, but I'm not gonna explain it. The Taken are a bigger threat, but we're gonna get into that later.
Yeah, Kevin. Now, also like say, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. This is a no judge zone.
Taking weapons are great tall, I will say.
And meanwhile, I'm gonna judge you the whole time.
Where do babies come from?
Well, when the mom and dad have sex.
But I basically just summed up like 10 hours worth of lore for you.
But
that's the end. Thank you for watching the video, everybody.
Yeah.
No.
There's more. There's still more.
Yeah, there's a lot more.
There is more. So Oryx.
Sit down.
So I'm gonna tell you a very crucial part of the lore here. Oryx went and killed one of their own gods because they worship what they call the worm gods, and then they worship the deep. It's like this huge hierarchy thing. He went and killed, because this takes place before Taken King.
Right.
So he went and killed one of them, trying to get more knowledge about the deep, which is the force that they get their power from. And so he made it wasn't a deal because he killed them, right? He killed the worm god, and then gained the ability to take. And again, that basically, should I wait for this for Taken King, or should I just not explain this right now?
I'd say right now, just don't explain it till we get to Taken King.
Okay. But anyway, he and his sisters then returned to a planet that they lost to, and they here's how it works. It's really weird, but they basically let Oryx kill them to then gain more power from it, because the more he kills, the more powerful beings he kills, the more powerful he becomes. And then he's able to just go in and absolutely one-shot like a whole civilization, essentially. He busted a moon, I think, with like one hit or something, right? Am I wrong? I'm right about that, right?
I think.
Yeah, Vasha Stampede could kick his ass.
We did kick his ass, actually, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll get the chance to do it too later.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, in the series.
But yeah, so yeah, you go ahead, Aaron. You can talk about the other two main factions.
Alright, so I'm gonna leave the most interesting one for last, at least in my opinion. I want to talk about the Cabal first. Now, think of the Cabal as giant alien rhinos. Is the best way to put that. Okay, Kevin.
Oh, my bad, Aaron.
Yeah, like I said, just think them as big giant rhinos.
Okay, so Moto.
Yeah.
Wait, no, he's a hippo.
Hello,
Wait.
mortal. But no.
Moto's a hippo. I was wrong.
So essentially, they're a giant army. Essentially, they always have some kind of leader. Currently, right now, their leader, her name is called Kaido. Now, Now she is she was the daughter of the one of the previous leaders. His name was Callus. Who played a big part in the story, which will further delve into his story.
Yeah.
But just know that like Kaido and Callus, they're really they're like father and daughter. But anyway.
Wait, they're dating?
No.
Oh.
Like father and daughter.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, they were originally on this planet called Tora Bottle. It was the home planet, and actually, this is what kind of where like the web like lines up a little bit or goes through. They were actually killed by the plane was destroyed by one of the hive gods, Zivu. Which, if you remember, Zivu is the god of war, essentially.
Is she literally the art of it? Sure. Literally the art for it is like she's so big that her cape just wraps around their main capital.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Kevin. But so pretty much the short story of it is that, because I'm being honest, I find the Cabal kind of boring, if I'm being honest. Pretty much right now, the main things you need to know: Kaido is our main ally, and that's pretty much it. For the Cabal section, is like I said,
Bro, you can't. You skipped the whole part. How they like? Well. You can't just say, well, now they're our ally. You don't say that, bro. That's a big story beat later. They weren't always our ally. We kind of committed genocide against them a few times.
But anyway, but yeah, fine.
Oh my god, look at me go. Hold up.
For the longest time, they weren't our allies. And then we made pretty much a deal. In one of the seasons.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it came down to.
Look at that spin.
But yeah, we essentially beat them at their own game and we became allies. That's the short story of that.
Gotcha.
Alright, I'm gonna wait for Doc to come back.
You can do the next one. It's gonna be a
Alright, now. Alright, Kevin, and now the final race that we're gonna be doing, faction race, whatever you want to call them, is probably the more important one. Is probably the most important right now. The Vex. Now, the Vex are.
Wait, you don't gotta explain that. I played Minecraft. I know what Vexes are.
Yeah. So you already know. Okay, so we can move on. No.
Alright, cool.
No, but the Vex is a futuristic robot.
Actually, you're not robots.
Actually, they're ghosts.
Yeah. Actually, they're actually guardians.
Well, no, they're little microorganisms that control the robots.
Yeah, but just to simplify it for Kevin, they're just robots. But anyway, Kevin,
get back
over
over
my
there.
seat back.
Alright, fine.
These will the Vex.
Be careful, Aaron. You might need to move a little. You might get kicked because they, for some reason, it thinks that we're not moving.
I've been moving my camera.
Okay, good.
And that's been working. But anyway, the Vex, they, like I said, they came from the future. And how they came through like our timeline. It was thanks to Oryx's son, Crota. He opened up a portal to all the.
Wasn't it Clovis Spray?
I thought.
Or Crota. So what Crota did was, he got tricked by Savathun to open a gate into Oryx's throne world.
That's why I was.
But that was already after. So remember
I'm sorry, Kevin.
Clovis Bray used them to to help make exos.
Alright, sorry. Yeah, a lot of lore.
Yeah.
I apologize.
You ain't get a white
Getting
guy.
better.
But like essentially, the Vex, they are relentless essentially. They will they constantly they make like timelines and all that, so that way they can win.
Simulate it.
Yeah. And there's like, let's see, Doc. What is there like any way to stop them essentially?
Not to my knowledge. Think of them like Terminators, right? Where it's the robot coming from the future to kill to kill a certain person or whatever. Or like even like the Matrix is kind of like their simulation shit, right?
Right.
Where they simulate a moment and they get different outcomes based off the simulation type shit. And then they go back in time to enter our world based on the simulation, thinking that it's gonna have a different outcome.
Yeah.
Like they do you want to explain the whole like they can't simulate Guardians and why?
You can actually. I could try. Let's see, Kevin. Guardians. We have a thing called paracausal energy essentially, or it's probably the best way to describe it. It's essentially like a best way of like describing it as like we are overpowered. And,
Cosmic energy.
Yeah.
That they can't fathom.
And they can't figure it out and how to duplicate it essentially.
Right. And like that's why they can't do like other beings like the hive gods. They can't because they don't know how that works either.
Yeah. And one of my favorite things about the Vex is that the Vex is they're all controlled, like they're essentially all controlled by one person essentially, but like one mind for like the longest time.
Well,
but we're not going to talk about anything further than that.
Okay.
Well, they were controlled. They're still technically controlled by one mind. It's well, I wouldn't say one mind, but they're all controlled through, because they're basically, I guess they're machine-like in the sense of the way they work, right? The way they think.
Yeah.
It's all numbers and predictions for them. And so they all just share like a hive mind, not like the actual hive. The hive mind is like its own thing, and then you got the hive that don't. They're called the hive, but they don't act it as a hive mind like the Vex do. You know, whatever one Vex sees, all the Vex see. Is how it works essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like that is pretty much the four main races. Obviously, we left out a lot of details.
There's a lot we left out.
but like little bits will be explained throughout the lore drops.
All right.
But anyway, I think let's see, Doc. Now I think we should talk about.
Now that's the end of the. Oh.
No, that's only part one.
We haven't even gotten to the main story of the first game yet.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So Kevin, so we're gonna go the whole way back to 2014. This is this is, I believe, to my knowledge, one of the only official dates in the Destiny lore. I believe, to my knowledge.
Okay.
So essentially, in 2014, there was a giant white orb that appeared in our solar system, and we had no idea what it was. And so we went to explore it, and we found it. We let you call it the Traveler. And the Traveler like graced us with like all these wonderful gifts and advanced our society. This section is called the Golden Age. Think the Golden Age as, we all prosper. We are all advancing to an insane degree.
Like curing cancer, like
with
the snap of their finger type shit.
Yeah, yeah. But Kevin, I think you should know that all good things come to an end. I think we all know how that saying goes.
No, can you explain it to me?
Alright, so anyway, this is what happened. Alright, Doc, do you want to explain the next part?
Okay, so essentially, the Traveler has like an ancient enemy, is what it was described as back then. And it was just known as the Darkness because the Traveler is considered the Gardener or the Light, and then its opposite being the Traveler. Or the Darkness. What the fuck did I just say? So the Traveler has its opposite to the Darkness, and then it showed up, and it's like, give me back my lunch money, essentially. And the Traveler said, no, fuck off, and was able to save humanity by pushing back the Darkness, and then creating what we know as ghosts to go out as its like last will and raise the first Guardians.
Yeah. And so,
Okay.
but as a result of that happening, the collapse happened.
Wait, I will explain it better if you guys do one word at a time. So Aaron say a word, then Doc say a word, and back and forth.
Anyway,
I learned better like that.
why?
No, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
But yeah, but wait, Kevin. Around that time, there was a thing called the collapse, which was the bad thing that we were talking about. Essentially, like they wiped out, like the Darkness wiped out everybody. Essentially, and it took us pretty much back to the Dark Ages, is what I like to call it.
okay.
And this is where, like, I believe to my knowledge, the end of like the official dates come to an end. Because
Yeah, because there's no more historical records.
Yeah, because then a long time later, I mean a long time later, our ghost found us, and this is where our journey officially begins.
Should we include what happens during the Dark Ages or no?
Do you want to?
I mean, just to like, because it is important for one of the expansions
Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
with Rise of Iron.
Oh yeah.
Are you still here, Kevin? You sound like you died. Okay.
Yeah. I dropped my cup.
I heard. Oh. So during the Dark Ages is when the first Guardians started to rise. This is before there were classes. There were no Hunters, Warlocks, and Titans. They were just the Light Bearers. And while some helped what was left of humanity try to rebuild, some of them played the part of warlords and started just absolutely terrorizing everybody, becoming dictators and tyrants of like small towns or whatever. And then that's when a group came together, led by, was it Radagast? Oh, yep, there you go.
Okay, yeah, that's probably because I have.
You can just join through, Kevin.
Yeah.
But it was Radagast, right? Was his name?
Yeah.
So Radagast.
Hey, I know him.
Radagast formed what was known as the Iron Lords, which was just a group that basically helped humanity and combat the warlords.
Okay.
And you actually know a warlord in the tower. His name is Shax.
Oh.
No. He's the Crucible guy. He used to be a warlord before he was bested by an Iron Lord named Fellwinter.
Okay.
In combat. But yeah, I just wanted to explain that part because the Iron Lords are really important for an upcoming expansion that was in Destiny 1.
Yeah. But anyway, with that out of the way, we're gonna go into like the actual like launch vanilla Destiny 1. Which
was a little bumpy, but it still had a decent story.
Listen, Doc, I'll let you explain because I don't remember the story that well.
Okay, so this is when our Guardian first wakes up for the very first time and everything. They find us in old Russia in the Cosmodrome, revive us, and get us back to the tower safely. And during our time just exploring Earth, understanding each of the different races as we go from Earth which has the Fallen on it at the time. Also the Hive. We then go to the moon and we track down a dead Guardian who we find out died trying to enter the Temple of Crota. And little context, Crota is the son of Oryx. And he did this whole thing. I'm not going to get into it too much, but he's basically feared because when the Hive first arrived on the moon, they massacred a large amount of Guardians, essentially. I don't remember what the event was called, but I'm mentioning that now because it is important later.
Okay.
But Crota is the son of Oryx, so he's essentially a demigod. Remember, Oryx being the god of navigation and shit, and will at that point. But as they're traveling from Earth to Moon, your Guardian starts to realize he's being tracked or like followed by somebody, who we would call the Stranger, who you officially meet on Venus when you start to learn about the Vex. Because that's where you first encounter them. I don't remember what exactly we were doing on Venus. I'm gonna be real. I think we were following the Stranger's distress signal or something. Like they drew us there. Oh no, they said to meet them on Venus, right? On the moon.
I think
because we interacted with them at first on the moon, but they're like meet me on Venus or something. Went to Venus, and that's where they basically explained who the Vex were. But they wouldn't explain who they were. And as you start to dig into the Vex, you learn of something called the Black Heart, because that's something that the Stranger mentioned, I think. Again, we haven't played the OG Destiny story in a long time.
Right.
But it basically follows you learning about the Black Heart, not knowing exactly what it is, and you go to a race of humanoids called the Awoken, which are the people that are infused with both light and dark. That happened to them during the collapse when they were just about to leave the system, when the darkness invaded, and when the Traveler pushed back the darkness. They were just kind of in the middle of it and got soaked in that cosmic radiation from both the light and the dark.
Yeah.
So they're it's a weird hybrid between the two, essentially, that were just altered by cosmic energy. They're just humans that were altered that way, essentially. But you go to them, you go to their queen, and she's like, yeah, I actually can help you, but you need to go kill a Gate Lord on Venus. And a Gate Lord is a type of Vex that controls the big portals you see that the Vex create. Which is how the Vex invade planets and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you go kill the Gate Lord, you bring it back, and they're like, okay, we'll tell you where to go. You go to Mars, which is where you first encounter the Cabal. Again, the Vex are the main focus of the story for Destiny 1 in the first campaign. So the Cabal are kind of just there. There's no real reason why. They just kind of are there. So you kind of just get past them, and you find a big Vex gate, and you use the Eye of the Gate Lord that you took after you killed it back on Venus. And you open the gate, and you get into this area called the Black Garden, and you reach the center of it. And in the Black Garden, there's a big mass of darkness, which is it's really weird. It's hard to explain. It's a big You ever see a symbiote? You ever see the Venom movie?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know how Venom looked when he's kind of moving around without a host? Kind of like that, but if it was condensed into a ball and it looked like it was trying to reach out and get out of it. Yeah, story night.
Yeah.
Keeps happening. So essentially you go in and you kill the Black Heart. But come to find out that wasn't the only thing that was a threat at the time. You go back to the tower, and the speaker, who's the character who is said to speak to the Traveler himself or some shit. It's really weird.
Right.
He gets visions from the Traveler, essentially. But he's giving this big old speech about hope and all this other shit after the destruction of the Black Heart. And then you go and you meet with the Stranger one last time, and she's like, the fight is far from over, and then gives you her gun. Then it kind of it's kind of open ended after that to the next expansion, except for the raid, where again it has nothing to do with the story, from what I understand. You just kind of like show up. What was there? Was there any kind of like story leading up to the Vault of Glass?
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure. We got a distress signal from Caber.
Hey, I know
which
him.
is what we followed. I'm pretty sure that's how we found the Vault of Glass. So there's a Guardian named Caber who sent out a distress signal from within like this Vex vault. My seat now. And we followed it in, and we killed the big bad guy, Atheon, who was like the owner of the vault and shit. It was, again, had nothing to do with the story, really.
Yeah.
But the next expansion, or the first expansion, it's called The Dark Below. Aaron, do you want to explain it, or do you want me to?
Yeah, but Kevin, I will say, remember the Vault of Glass will be the first activity you'll be doing in the series. So.
Yep. Well,
okay.
We could do Shadowkeep first, because he kind of understands that some of these raids aren't like part of the we can do them out of order a little. Like if he wants to do Shadowkeep first, probably could.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Because those raids are from D1.
But anyway, Kevin, the Dark Below. The Dark Below starts off with the new Guardian that appeared in the tower. She became very important later in the story. Her name is Eris Morn. She warned us that a very powerful hive is on the moon, and her and her fire team tried to take him down, which was Crota. But Crota killed all of them except for Eris, and she had to survive by harsh means, essentially. Is the best way to put it.
She looked at her own eyes, I think, right?
Yeah.
Or some shit like that.
And so she came to the tower, essentially asking us, to take down Crota. And so that's pretty much what the whole Dark Below essentially is. We do a couple missions, figure out about Crota. Let's see, this is Dark. I don't remember the missions exactly. I remember there was a
literally list throughout the entire campaign where we're just trying to gain access to the Dark Below.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
and then this is actually kind of leads into this is the first raid that we're going into that based is on the lore. And it will be the second raid that you'll be doing. Crota's End. I know, fit in. But yeah, that is Doc. I think Doc lagged out.
I got weaseled.
But anyway, but Kevin, there wasn't really too much about the Dark Below outside of that. Just know the main important thing is that this is the introduction of Eris Morn, and that she becomes a very important character later on.
Also very important, we kill Crota, who's the son of Oryx.
Yeah,
keep that in mind. Very important.
Yeah, very important for one of the features DLCs that we'll be talking about. Now, the next... Let's see, Doc. Do you want to talk about the next one? But yeah, anyway. The next DLC that came out was called The House of Wolves. Now, Kevin, pop quiz. Do you remember what the Awoken was?
Is that the Syndicate? The little blue black bulge?
What? They're the people that the Guardian went to for help with the Gate Lord.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, now you owe us.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, this is a DLC around now. So essentially, let's see, Doc, you might have to correct me on this one.
Yep, I got you. I know the lore on this one.
Let's see. So essentially, the main plot of the House of Wolves is that we need to help capture a fallen, I believe.
Yeah, so I'll interject here because I don't know if Aaron knows the lore on why. Do you at all?
I don't think so.
Okay, so what we'll do here, Aaron, is you explain the expansions, and I'll interject if I need to like add context.
Okay, you probably need to do that a lot in like the Destiny ones.
We're just fine. Okay, so essentially, these fallen were under the service of the Awoken, so they're basically servants to the Awoken. But they revolted, and Skolos is his name. Decided he didn't want to work for the Awoken anymore, and so they kind of like staged a coup, or tried to, which is the whole thing for House of Wolves, essentially.
Okay.
And so like the main guy that did that, his name was Skolos, I believe, so right?
Correct.
Alright, yeah.
Yo, what's up, Rish?
And so essentially, like the whole DLC is us essentially capturing Skolos.
Yeah, tracking him down. It's actually kind of cool.
Yeah. Although, Doc, I will say, I remember for the longest time I thought it was Tannix instead of Skolos.
No, Tannix was part of D1, or like the OG story, because it was a strike.
Oh, okay. But anyway,
Right.
a quick rundown essentially, because if we go in streaming and death, we'll be here all night.
Yeah.
Alright,
But yeah, so go
sorry,
ahead.
Doc. I was about to move on to the next DLC.
Oh no! But let's mention that I give you a short summary of what he basically said. Essentially, we're helping we help the Awoken hunt down Skolos and put him back in his cage. That's like,
Yeah.
that's literally the entirety of that expansion.
Yeah. Now, Kevin, do you have any questions so far?
No.
No. All right. So we're gonna move on to the next DLC, which is a major part in the story. This DLC is called The Taken King. Now, do you remember when we told you that we killed Crota?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Now, reasonably, Oryx, his dad, was not very happy with us that we killed his son.
Yeah, Daddy really angry.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why, but anyway, and so Oryx like essentially wants to take revenge, essentially. And if you remember who Oryx was, he was one of the Hive guards.
Okay.
I thought I'd mention here, when we first encounter him, he gets a power upgrade from when I was explaining him to you.
Yeah.
He basically Sun Jin Woo arises anybody he wants.
Yeah.
He grabs them and reshapes their will into mindless servants.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane.
And
that's the first introduction of the Taken, which is the fifth enemy race in Destiny.
yeah, and see, Kevin, and if there's a new race that'll be introduced, we'll introduce them throughout while we're explaining. But yeah, this is the introduction of the Taken race. And, and like what Doc said, imagine them as like Jinru's like shadows. If you remember in Solo Level 1. But yeah, like so essentially, the Orc showed up, and so like he showed up in his on the Dreadnought, which is his throne world essentially. And throne worlds, just to put it lightly, let's see, Doc, do you want to explain throne worlds since you explained the Hive?
So throne worlds are essentially pocket dimensions that very, very, very powerful beings, not just Hive, but powerful beings have, so that if they die, their spirit/soul returns to their throne world and regenerates a new body, essentially. Yes. So think of it like each throne world. Think of it like their own version of heaven, essentially, where they can just go back and regenerate after they die in the real world.
Yeah, and so essentially, if you like, let's just say right now, Orc spawns right in front of us. We kill him.
Kick his ass.
Yeah, we're that strong. Well, guess what? He just goes back to the throne world, and he can come back again. But there's one way to prevent that. We kill like that person in their own throne world.
Okay.
That
Well,
will
so it's not necessarily killing them in the throne world. Like, it's shattering their soul or like destroying them, their essence, right? Because when they die, they no longer have a physical form. So their soul essentially retreats back into the throne world, but you can chase it in there and destroy it. Is essentially what you're doing. You're not necessarily killing their physical body anymore. You're destroying their life essence.
yeah,
Like, it's fucked.
yeah. But anyway,
you're spawn killing them, essentially.
But anyway, Orc showed up on Saturn, which he actually shows up in like the rings around Saturn, which is where the Dreadnought will be for pretty much the rest of time. It feels like.
Yeah, really.
So essentially, when they showed up, the Awoken, they actually tried to and take out orcs, and orcs essentially shot out a super weapon, wiping all of them out essentially.
Yeah, no, he quite literally one-shot the entire fleet with one attack.
Yeah, and this will be the last time we'll be talking about the Awoken for quite a while.
Yeah, because like,
but as of right now, they're all pretty much dead, essentially. And so
a few stragglers.
Yeah, but like I said, as of right now, majority of them are dead. But we'll talk about a couple of them later on. But anyway, the majority of the DLC is that we have to get onto the Dreadnought and take down orcs. That is essentially the main plot of the Taken King.
Yeah, we get on his ship. We learn as much as we can about him. We learn about the tribute system of the gods and their followers, and we basically learn everything about the Hive religion. That entire expansion, about how like they worship each of the different gods and everything like that, and then we use that knowledge to get into the throne world.
Yeah, and so essentially, we got a Dreadnought and we fight orcs. When we went to essentially land upon a blow, he escapes. But before doing that, he took something out of his sword, I believe. White Dog? Or something like that.
Yeah, so he killed himself. So if you didn't know, Aaron, what he actually did was that he killed himself with his own sword.
I actually didn't know that.
So that when he retreated back into his throne world, he was even stronger. That's why he was massive in his throne world.
Okay, I actually did.
She said.
I genuinely did not know that because I always assumed that.
Yeah, because think about it, right? Look at Savathun when she was in her throne world, right?
Yeah.
She was not massive, and the only reason Oryx was as big as he was because he killed himself and gave himself more power. It's basically a loophole in the tribute system that he found out.
Okay, yeah. But anyway, Kevin,
to my knowledge.
But anyway, Kevin. But yeah, like then essentially, that will lead into the third raid that you'll be doing, King's Fall. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, bye.
I thought I moved it. No.
That's why I'm saying in first person. I'm not.
Follow me.
Alright, where you guys going?
Nowhere. We're in the same spot.
Oh yeah, totally. So when I spawned in, you guys are gonna be saying I at the round table.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Alright, but anyway, but yeah, but Kevin, like I said, like this DLC is one of like the most vocal like plots in Destiny.
Right.
So this is like one of the main DLCs to learn about, and it's also it was also a great DLC overall. But that's
it's considered one of the best. Yeah.
But anyway,
okay. Do you know anything about Rise of Iron, Aaron, or do you want me to cover that?
No,
I don't. I think I'll let you explain Rise of Iron.
Okay. So we just explained King's Fall for the most part. We go into his throne world and we murder him for good. We kill him.
Okay.
And then we move on to the next expansion, which takes about a year after that takes place. So you remember the Iron Lords I was telling you about, where they basically helped humanity and everything like that. So in their last few days, because there's only one Iron Lord left living. They got a distress signal from Felwinter, which is one of the it wasn't him, but it was his father, Rasputin. Now Rasputin is a golden age get back, come on, Kevin, get back in here. So Rasputin is a golden age warmind,
Right.
that essentially was meant to protect humanity but failed. And Felwinter is its son. Essentially, it's an exo that has the programming of Rasputin in it. Essentially, so it's essentially his son. Rasputin sent out a distress signal, where they found something called Siva. Siva are essentially little nanites that can rebuild and construct and everything like that, but they were repurposed by Rasputin to kill the Iron Lords. And the only one who's left now, because keep in mind, Rasputin was a petty little bitch, and he didn't want his son being a guardian anymore. So he got him killed and the rest of the Iron Lords except for Saladin. Oh, right, sorry, hold on. There you go, you can have your seat back. Oh, what are you doing? Dance! Anyway.
Oh, wrong one.
Yeah. I wish there was a money emote. There's one in Destiny Rising. It's actually really funny.
Yeah.
I almost picked it up.
But anyway.
Anyway, so the story takes place after there is a weird signal that they're getting out in the Cosmodrome. And come to find out, the Fallen. Oh, I forgot to mention the Iron Lords. When they encountered Siva and all of them died, they sealed it off so that nobody else would find it. And they thought they destroyed it. That's very crucial. They thought they destroyed Siva, but come to find out, they did not. And the Fallen, was it the House of Devils?
I believe so.
So the House of Devils are a faction of Fallen that have been in the Cosmodrome for a while. They found out about Siva and went and raided it for themselves and basically infused their body with this nanotechnology. Which is literally like the whole thing for Rise of Iron, where you go and help out the last of the Iron Lords named Saladin, to destroying what they call the Replication Center, or the Replication something, I forget what the actual name of it. But you go and destroy it, essentially, freeing the rest of the Iron Lords, because now they're like mangled, zombified corpses of Siva, essentially. And you go through and you basically kill each one, freeing them from Siva, and then you destroy the Replication Center. And that's literally the entirety of Rise of Iron. But it is important because you also become the next generation of Iron Lords. Which then leads into Destiny 2, I believe, right?
Yeah.
You ended your live?
Yeah.
What?
Doc ended his live.
No, it didn't. Oh my god, it discontinued.
Alright, anyway, let's see, Kevin, I should mention, this is the only raid that you will not be playing, sadly, because it will never be in Destiny 2, Doc.
Bullshit, it's coming.
It is not.
They're gonna announce it. They're going to announce
There's
it.
no... Okay, we're not getting into this. The point is...
that raid, you go in and you kill the last of Siva, essentially. You destroy the last of it. Because there's a guy named, was it Atrax? No, it's not Atrax.
Axis.
Axis. You go in and kill Axis, who quite literally turns into like a big ass cyborg infused with Siva. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But
it's a great raid. Hopefully it comes to Destiny 2, even though I know it
dude,
won't.
I never got to do it.
Okay.
Bye, Aaron.
I was just trying to just remove.
I didn't know I could do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I was testing something.
Hey. Okay, note to self. Note to self. Kevin's never been the leader when we do raids.
I didn't know I was the leader. I just saw the button. And
Alright, anyway.
This will work.
Wait, Kevin. That is the end of Destiny 1. Do you have any questions about anything that we talked about so far?
We can also give a small recap about what happens.
Oh yeah, can you just re-explain it?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so
Yeah,
D1
well-
we go, we're resurrected for the first time. We go kill the
go
Black
back
Heart.
to the very beginning.
Yeah.
Okay, humanity finds the Traveler, or the Traveler finds the humanity after it terraforms a bunch of planets. Helps humanity get off the feet, you know, with technology, including spaceships and shit like that, war mines and everything.
Bro, why
And then
does Destiny
darkness
1
shows
seem
up.
so much more fun than Destiny 2, bro?
It is very fun. The only problem is nobody plays it.
That
Is
and
it
also
still a thing?
it is still
Yeah,
on.
it's but it's only console as
Yeah.
well.
But it seems like
Thanks for the
it
follow,
was so
Aiden.
much more fun than Destiny 2.
It was so fun, and they never removed content.
All right.
But back to the like little explanation summary.
Hey, Loki decided
Darkness-
to show up.
Darkness basically shows up, destroys humanity, and then gets pushed back by the Traveler. Traveler creates ghosts, then leads into Destiny 1, where we are resurrected. We destroy the Black Heart with the help of the Stranger. Hamza, story time. Stop it. Shush. Just for now, okay? we're recording a video. We destroy the Black Heart with the help of the Stranger. Then Eris Morn shows up. She's like, "Hey, the Hive took my eyes. Can you help avenging me and my friends?" We're all like, "Yeah,
How the
sure."
fuck
We
did
go
you
down.
find these people with no eyes.
No. They went down to kill Crota, and they all died except her. And the only way she could survive was by adapting to the Hive. So she took the eyes of a Hive acolyte, essentially.
Okay.
It's really fucked up. But because she also had a killer ghost, I think, right?
Yes. Yes, that's correct.
But anyway, so we go in, we kill Crota, we avenge the fire team that went down to kill him, and then the Awoka showed up and are like, "Hey, rent's due. Remember how you owed us? Yeah, well, we need you to go catch some petty criminal because he tried to kill me." And then that was the Queen, by the way. And so we're like, "Oh, okay." So we go on a manhunt, hunt down this guy. We don't even kill him. We just capture him. And then he gets thrown back into prison, where in turn we just go in and
Hello, Zelda.
in prison. Yes, hello, Zelda. Thank you. And then Oryx shows up and he's like, "Hey, you killed my son. I want to kill you now. I want to make you suffer." And we're like, "Ha! Joke's on you." We learn everything about him. We go in, we make him kill himself, and then we follow him into his throne world, and we kill him there for good. Then Siva breaks out like a fucking hive disease or a hive breakout, okay? And then we just stop it from spreading. That's Destiny 1 in a nutshell.
Yeah, and now with that out of the way, we're gonna move on to